Tell me about your worst day on the bike.
Let's see. Worst day on the bike. There's a lot of them. So let's see. Gosh, recently my worst day on the bike, and there's a lot of ups and downs. This is something that is interesting, that people think that, if you've won a bunch of races, you're a professional athlete, that everything is somehow easy for you, and that, I just go win a race, no problem. And there's more failures than wins for sure that people don't see. They don't see the dark times or me crying or throwing my bike. People don't see that. And even really recently, I was in a race in Brazil, 7-day stage race, and day 2, I was totally heat stroke, lying in the fetal position on the side of the road, wanting to quit, telling my teammate, just go on without me, seriously, like dangerously, the temperatures were 120 degrees, and it was a 140 kilometer stage. It was only stage 2 of 7, and I was in a pretty dark place, and literally, wanting to just be left by the side of the road in Brazil, in a ball. And that was a pretty hard day, but Allie got me through it, and we worked it out. And the fastest way to actually get through it was to just get to the finish line, and because there was kind of no option for a rescue, and so we just trotted and walked the bikes, and put water in our head, and got through and finished the stage. And then the next day went way better. So, it was kind of the ups and downs that happen all the time with riding a bike or doing any sport.
Well, in contrast to that, what's one of your biggest highs on a bike? One of your best moments?
Probably the last 24-hour solo race that I did was in Canmore. Was a really cool experience. I was going for a 3-peat, so there's a big target on my back. But what was really cool about that day is it was very technical riding, which isn't my forte necessarily. And so, I was riding well, had my best friends as crew members, and my boyfriend Greg, well, husband now, it's hard to say that. He was also racing single speed, and we ended up, both of us defending our titles and both winning world championships on the same day, on the same course. And it was really cool for a solo experience to actually, kind of be part of a team and share that with him and share that with my friends. And a lot of people think bike racing is solo, but it's definitely not. So that was a pretty cool day.
That is cool.
And then we fell asleep at awards, as they're calling our name, because basically you can't stand after 24 hours solo. And there's not a lot of celebration or partying, or, you have, food and beer and then fall asleep in your plate.